All right, welcome to Big Card. And the last video we left off right here. My camera shut off, and so all right, let's just keep it moving. Young Blood. Who remembers? By the way, I was mentioning how cool this comic is because the cover folds out. I mean, that right there is an iconic comic cover. I loved it. It's just cool as heck, man. The way it just folded open. All right, so Young Blood. This right here, Image, when Image came out, I was a huge fan of. I thought Youngblood was Shatterstar. He was my favorite. I'm sorry, that's not Shatterstar. Um, where is he's not on the cover. I'm sorry, but Shatterstar was my favorite. Um, Youngblood member. So Image was, when it came out, I jumped all over it. Obviously, you can see that it got Pit #1. I have a few other ones, and I have a bunch of DC comics from the New 52. I want to say I have every single one, issue 1, that came out. Legit. Check this out, man. Look how, man, I remember scooping that up, and I was like, damn. Let me see what these girls are working with. Oh man, bro, I got that comic, and I remember I left it out. I thought it was just cool, whatever. And you know what? Actually, uh, I think I got it at, like, for like a quarter, and it was in the quarter bin or something. And I remember a friend of the family, so I had it out. I just had it out on a table. And at the time, truth be told, I was trying to get into art, like drawing comics or whatever, cartoons and stuff. And I was like trying to be like, yo, you know what? Let me see if I could draw this. And then I saw that. I was like, oh man, let me see. Man, this guy told my parents how I should not be having that comic and blah blah blah, and they gave me a hard time about it. So yeah, that's the story behind that comic. I didn't really think anything of it really at the time, but my parents, once that guy saw it, he was like beefing about it, like, man, get out of my business, bro. All right, Punisher Warzone. Look at this, Venom. Man, I remember thinking that right there, that Venom was gonna be like worth a bunch of money. Obviously, um, it isn't. So look, this is a cool ass comic right here. Batman versus Predator. You got it. I mean, dude, I love Predator. Love those movies. Watched them with my pops and whatnot. I remember my dad saw the movie, and he came home and he was like, Joe, you gotta see this movie. You've got to see this movie. It is crazy. He described it to me, and I remember back then there was no blockbusters. I remember going to the local mom and pop. Look at this, Deadpool, bro. Deadpool #1. I remember going to the local spot and asking the dude, hey, when is that movie coming out? When is that movie coming out? Man, it's a long time ago, man. Finally got to see it. I remember telling my dad, just take me to the movies. And he was like, I can't take you to the movies to see that. People are going to think I'm a world's worst father. Deathlock. Love this issue. I mean, love Deathlock. Got it signed at a show. I want to say this was the show that it was cold and I was on that long line and whatnot in New York, across the street from Madison Square Garden. I'm pretty sure that was the show. I love G.I. Joe. G.I. Joe was my favorite toy. That and Transformers growing up. I have a collection of G.I. Joes. You want, man, I have some from the very first year that they were out. I have a serious collection of G.I. Joes. Maybe one day Man, it's just, I have so much content, so many different comics that I can put up. And I mean, just content. I have cards. Still have a bunch of cards I haven't showed. I have a bunch of, just a bunch of stuff, man. I mean, if you're into collecting, if you're into anything like that, I mean, you know, I have, I don't know, dude. I have been a collector for years upon years. Death the Spider, I mean, Superman. I mean, again, I'm not really talking about the comics at the moment. I should. I mean, you should probably know what comics these are. That the white one is when he comes back to life and whatnot. So, here, oh look, I thought this was a cool I mean, it's not worth anything, I don't think. Again, I'm not really into the pricing. I have no idea what these books are worth. Thanos Rising, those comics were dope as heck, man. Dope, dope, dope. I thought the story was cool as heck. Um, I have more of them, but this one right here. Check this one out. That's World of Warcraft. I'm going to talk about World of Warcraft for a second. This definitely needs a moment. If you know anything about World of Warcraft, I played several top level raid characters from Mage, Warrior. I started playing in vanilla back in the days. I was a tank, warrior tank. I didn't get it, but my guild got it. The GM, he got the Thunder Fury. We were 1 or 2 on the server. This is back in vanilla. Throughout the years, I went to DPS. I played I won. I forget which expansion it was, but I had a topped out level of each class. I was big into PvP. Huge into PvP and raiding and all that. Had to get the comic. Have no idea what this thing's worth, but I mean, it is special. I put in some hours in that game. Serious hours in that game. Cable's definitely my favorite mutant for sure. Yeah, I mean, he's up there. Wolverine is up there, but man, I just think that Cable is cool as heck, man. Double Dragon, played that game on Nintendo. Double Dragon, bro. That right there is a classic. You had to get the comic for sure. Look at this Warlock. Oh man. Again, these are not bangers. But these are special, man. Death's Head. I thought he was a cool looking character for sure. And look, this Transformers, I remember getting this. I thought that cover was ridiculous. I saw that book and I said, nah, man, I need that. I need that right now. So I was able to scoop that up. Now, okay, so, all right. So with that being said, let me put this back. Let me put this stack of comics back. All right, so I have, again, these are not anything crazy, but, you know, there are a lot of cool comics that have a lot of, you know, memories tied to them. Let me check. I have 2 more big boxes like that. I'm going to try to, oh man, these things are heavy as heck, man. I'm telling you. Let me try to get, whoa, my God, man. I'm going to get a hernia carrying this thing. All right, what do we have here? Oh, man, we're starting off hot. We've got an Avengers Stan Lee autograph. Looks like that pen of his that he was using didn't write that well there, but it's a reprint, but it's an original autograph for show. I got it myself, of the man Stan Lee. Just mad dope. Look at this. We got Spawn number 1, classic, definitely need to get that slab. It's just one of them comics. I have a bunch of them. Just throughout. I have read on and off Spawn. Again, I've been out of the game for a minute, so I don't have anything too recent. I have Spawn 75, 100. I'm looking at it now. I don't know if those are worth anything. 251. Have Ultimate Iron Man. Again, as you probably know already, I'm a fan of the Ultimate series. Anything Ultimate I think is dope. Stan Lee, Tales of Suspense autograph. Again, this is a reprint. Again, if you see Stan Lee autograph, it's a reprint. I'm pretty sure I didn't have him sign, I did not ask him to sign any originals. Just, I don't know, man. I felt like I wanted to put the autograph comics in like a saver, or not a saver, like in a display, and have it displayed with the autograph. I don't know how I feel about that anymore, but I thought these were cool. Silver Surfer. I have several originals. I don't know if you've seen them through while I've gone through. This is an original here, but look at this. I think the reprint, you can tell it's a reprint because it has the black on it, and I think it's cool. Silver Surfer 75. Again, Silver Surfer was definitely one of my favorite. You can see Silver Surfer 100 right here. It looks like I finally am in order. 125. I remember it seemed like every 25. So issue 25, issue 50, 75. It seems like there were bangers. Everybody wanted them. So again, Ultimate Fantastic Four, and I have a bunch of those, all in order, a bunch. Just I don't know, man. Just a big fan, huge fan. Look what I found here on the side. This is a giant size Ultimate Marvel Spider-Man, and this is a wizard though. This is a reprint wizard of the first appearance of Punisher, and you can see it says wizard there, and that is going to tell you that it's a reprint. Now I have a bunch of Spider-Man stuff. I just don't know what the stuff is worth at all, man, for real. Black and Black, again, some of the stuff is just, I'm not actively collecting. It's just stuff that I have just gone to the comic book store and said, hey, let me get this. I like this. I do not collect issue by issue. I'm not up on the story at all. Just, again, I don't know. I really don't. I doubt that any of these are worth anything. Reality here. Here, look. This right here. This. I know it's going to be the older stuff, right? Amazing Spider-Man, issue 1. You see, that's the thing, man. That's one thing I don't like. That they come out with these print runs where they start over at 1 and then they change it, and man, it's obviously we all know it's because they want to print more issue 1s because they sell more, and I get it. They want to make money, but man, come on, man. I got a stack of these, a bunch of these. I'm going through a bunch of these right now. You already know that they're not worth much. All right, here we go. We're going into some old Spider-Man. We got some old Spider-Man now. Spider-Man issue 2, but that's not the original, right? That's when they started over. Man, my bag is starting to kill me. You can see it's the McFarlane covers, man. You can tell that McFarlane art is different. It's so beyond its years, man. It is so cool. The way his art, man, is just, it's so cool. And you have to think, back in the days, I mean, even now, his stuff is dope. It's so cool looking, unique. Still today, imagine back in the days when the stuff was kind of dull, not for nothing. You know, imagine when that cat came out, and I was in Florida visiting my cousin. I remember we went to a comic shop and we saw the first. I don't remember what it was, but I saw some of his, and I was like, "What the heck?" And we both were looking at it, and we were like, "Wow, man, look at this!" It just came to life. Look, man, I'm looking at issues 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, all from Ultimate Spider-Man. Just so you know what I'm going through, I'm up to 62, 68, 70. They're all in order. I mean, 85, 94, I mean, 109, 116. My God. I have, a lot of them, of the Ultimate Spider-Man run. Here we go. Here we go. Hold on. Let me put this back. I think I have one of my favorite comics coming up right here. There it is. There it is. Definitely Secret Wars. Black Symbiote. For sure. Definitely have to represent that book right there. It's a classic. It is a classic. I love it. What is this here? Ultimate Comics, Ben, this all new. Hold up. Why does that issue? Let me know. Why does this look really familiar, like if it's a valuable comic? But maybe it's not. I don't know. I don't know. All right. Well, issue 160. I don't know, man. What happens in that? There's something that happens in that issue. I need to look it up. It is Ultimate Comics Spider-Man 1. Okay. I'm going to look for it. I'm not sure. Maybe somebody in the comments will notice what issue that is. If it is something special. All right, that was that box. All right. Let's go ahead. Uh-oh. You can see represent. I got a Puerto Rico flag. If you don't know, I'm Puerto Rican. Oh, originally from New York City. All right, so let's go to the last box. What do we have in here? Oh my God. It's a workout. All right. Okay, I can already see some old cards, man. I mean, books. And every time I bring up these books, man, it is a mission. All right. Oh my God. I need to get more comics to fill this box up. It's only half full. Oh my God. All right, let's get through this. Let's go through this. All right, Web of Spider-Man issue 1. All right. This is a reprint, obviously. It is not signed. It's not signed. Oh, damn. Okay. Let's... Spectacular Spider-Man, issue 1. Oh, man. That issue right there, if you don't recognize it, is the issue from the World Trade Center. I'll never forget that day. I'll never forget what I was doing. Man, that was some stuff right there, man. The Superior Spider-Man. I remember I woke up. I had to go to Madison Square Garden. Speaking of, right? I had to go to Madison Square Garden for a convention. And not a comic convention or anything. And Amazing Spider-Man 700. And my dad worked in Manhattan. Amazing Spider-Man 300. This is first appearance of Venom. I know some people say, I'm pretty sure it's the first appearance of Venom, or is it another issue. Sometimes I get confused. Anyway, correct me if I'm wrong. Just in the comments, let me know. But you don't have to be nasty about it, YouTube police. Anyway, um, so my dad calls, and I was just getting up out of bed, and he tells me, "Turn on the TV. Turn on the TV." He was already in Manhattan. Started work mad early, and he tells me, a plane hit the World Trade. And I'm like, what? So I turn it on. We're on the phone, and I'm like, bump that. I'm not going to MSG anymore. Bump that. And Amazing Spider-Man 375 gold cover, I think is dope as heck. Dope as heck. And Carnage. I remember getting the Carnage comics, man. These books, what? I remember. Gosh, I remember walking in and scooping up the first appearance of Carnage. Oh man. Look, I'm jumping around, but I walked in and I didn't get the issue the day it came out. I showed up to my comic shop, I don't remember, a few days late. And down at that particular comic shop, it was two women that owned it. And she had a handful off to the side, and she had marked it up. And I was like, man. And I remember contemplating, should I go and pay for this? Like, come on, man. I'm just a few days late. And I reluctantly I did it. And this is the issue right there. So my dad is like, telling me like, man, it's crazy, da da da. And boom, the other plane hits. And I remember him and I on the phone, and we were like, what the hell? Like, we just thought it was an accident, the first one. I know it's probably naive. Now we know better, apparently, right? It seems like, but let me change this. Let me lower the camera a little bit. And then, so what happened is, right then and there, we were quiet for a minute, and we were like, nah, that's it. The people are doing this on purpose. 363, Spider-Man, 254, here we go, 239. If you notice, we're going down. We're going down in numbers, right? Very cool. We're going down in numbers. And so, Amazing Spider-Man, is that an annual? No, I'm sorry, that's 150. So what happened is, I said, I'm not going to MSG. Come home. I told my dad, come home, and I'm going to jump in the car, and I'm going to go get you from the train station. And he didn't have a cell phone. Remember, this is back in the days. It's not like now everybody's rocking a cell phone. I don't know, you young people even can think of a life like that, but yes, that was the life. And so he would have to call me because he would try to jump on the train, and it would be blocked, and he had to walk across the Brooklyn Bridge. So, and you're talking about, imagine all those people in Manhattan trying to walk over the bridge. Look, Amazing Spider-Man 129, original right here, Punisher, classic comic right there. I'm pretty sure I showed a reprint earlier, but this is an original joint right here. So what happens is, my dad is calling me from different stores, like different just grocery shops or what have you, like bodegas, And he's like, oh, I can't catch this train. I'm going here, I'm going there. He walked across the bridge into Brooklyn, and then he had to keep walking. And then on my end, I'm trying to get to him, and I remember all I see in the distance is smoke, just smoke, and military. You talk about with the quickness, there were guys with machine guns in the road, and to think, I've never seen this before. Imagine all of a sudden this happens for the first. I mean, now we have a precedence for this, right? We've seen this happen, but before, nothing like this happened. You see guys with military in the streets with machine guns. Traffic. You talking about traffic? New York is already bad with traffic. Imagine. And we were just trying to. I was just trying to just make it to a point where he could, make it to. And he's on foot. No cell phone. Oh, he didn't have a cell phone. So long story short, so yeah, so I had a cell phone that he was able to call, but he just didn't have one. So anyway, so I remember it was just traffic, and then they shut down the highways. So I had to go local and get as close to him as possible. I wasn't even touching Manhattan. We ended up scooping him up in Queens, on Queens Boulevard. He walked all the way from Manhattan through Brooklyn to Queens Boulevard.